The final trailer has dropped, everybody. The fourth and final trailer. It's the final countdown. I'm sorry, Pep Star.
Wow.
So the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four is coming, guys. And get ready, because the first steps have been had. And Pedro Pascal and the whole team are here. Kirby, we got Joseph Quinn. We also got, I'm going to butcher his name. I can't say it out loud.
She's so hot.
Dude, I think she does a great job. I think these trailers look great.
Which one are you talking about?
Kirby, she's fantastic.
That's Kirby, the one playing Sue Storm.
How many times did I say fantastic during this?
Girl.
Is she the first, second, or third, or fourth person in that lineup? I can't quite tell.
Jonathan, I think you've had too much to drink.
Y'all.
So the Fantastic Four is coming, and Pedro Pascal, he came forward and actually talked about the new trailer coming out, and he said, I've heard all the rumors, guys. I'm too old. I'm not right. I need to shave, which is hilarious. That's what GR says every day we talk about this Fantastic Four, and I think he heard GR on Cruise Control. I think that's what it was, and I think it's hilarious they said that. But also Joseph Quinn came forward, and he said that, yes, Mole Man's in this, the Floptastic Four. I don't know. The new trailer has dropped, but he did say that Mole Man's in here. I think it's going to be, he's all the time, guys. There's so many different characters in there, but Walter Hauser, I think it's going to be him. Paul Walter Hauser, I think it's going to be Mole Man. Those are rumors for a long time. The trailer did drop. It's coming out July 25th. Will it be great? Will it flop? Like we're here in the chat, guys. I can't wait to talk about it. Here is the final trailer for the Fantastic Four.
Famous around the world, please welcome the Fantastic Four.
That's cool.
Mr. Fantastic, Invisible Woman, Human Torch,
I love you, Johnny!
and The Thing.
Hey, what time is it? Say the thing.
That's not really something I say.
He's no Chris Evans.
It's clobbering time.
That's
You
just
think?
in the cartoon. Never late for Sunday dinner. Let's eat.
Hey, what time is it?
It's dinner time. Get inside.
I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald.
That's not Silver Surfer. Wrong
Galactus.
sex.
He's heralding GR.
Yeah, Silver Surfer's white, not Silver Surfer.
She did take up the mantle in Silver Surfer at one point.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
Yeah, 40 years after it was written.
The clock is ticking. We are going
I actually
to
don't
find a
mind Pedro
solution.
in this trailer.
We are going to make it right.
You don't want to
He's still
just crush him.
Yeah.
I like that. The four of us will face the danger. We will protect you.
Family. It's about connecting.
See, look,
to
now she's
something
got a
bigger
kid.
than
I think this
yourself.
movie, and then they had a scene where they said she was pregnant, like
We'll
she
face
told him,
it
I'm
together.
pregnant. I think this movie takes
As
place
a
over a whole
family.
year.
Good, there's a baby.
It's the movies.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna.
Say it!
It's clobbering time!
They should have him say it right there. I'm just saying.
The music, dude, is so cheesy. It's
Famous around the world.
You know what we should have had? We should have had
Please
Hans
welcome.
Zimmer do the music for this. That's all I'm saying.
nah. If this was a Snyder movie, it would have been Junkie XL.
Yeah. Interchange with Hans Zimmer. Guys, I'm gonna say I know Jordan's got a lot to say about this. I do too, but I actually think this trailer is better than the last one. I think that Pedro Pascal works better for Mr. Fantastic. It feels campier than I thought it would. It's the first family, and we got to really set the stage for what's going to happen with the Fantastic Four, with the MCU moving forward. This is very integral to what happens next. They said it's going to connect to, of course, Doomsday. So the end credit scene and all that will interconnect like Thunderbolts did. I still enjoyed it, guys. I think that we got to see the Thing do really well, guys. If you go back, can I just show you? I'm going to show you guys something. If you go back in time, you look actually at the Thing before back in the day with Michael Chiklis. Like our Thing looks much better these days. Like if you go back and look at it, that looks so cheesy, so campy. I think they're trying to make
Chiklis nailed. I think Chiklis nailed the the rock suit was terrible.
It was
but
horrible,
I thought
man.
Personality wise and the voice, I think Chiklis nailed the Thing back in the 2000s.
There he is right here, right? Here he
It
is.
was terrible, but great casting though. Great casting.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that outfit.
You know what? I can see GR. Can you give me it's clobbering time quickly? I just want to hear you say it. If you're auditioning for the role,
It's clobbering time.
That's pretty good.
if we were doing the Fantastic Four right now, I'm just saying. GR, you got the role in my book.
I'm not casting him. I'm not casting him. Nope, 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 nope.
Pepstar,
But
who would you play?
you're a dog. Who cares?
Pepstar's playing the robot, probably, right? Pepstar or is Jonathan? Jonathan or Pepstar's the robot? I'm not sure which one.
I'd
Jonathan's
rather
better actor than me, so he would play the robot.
listen. I'd rather you play the role and put me in the position to negotiate with producers and people so I can get more money and write casting. I don't think GR is the voiceover that should be saying it's clobbering time.
Well,
I think
Pepstar is going to tell you when Snickety Snacks in his contract, though, so you better work on that, man.
Ooh,
Fair enough.
Queen's saying even the Roger Corman Fantastic Four is better. The never
that's a
released
womp
movie.
womp. All right, well, we're Jordan's going last on this one because he's going to talk the longest. I'm giving him a soapbox in a little bit. So, Jonathan, you see the trailer? Have you seen any trailers for Fantastic Four yet?
not for the movie, but the game I was referring to when I was talking with Jordan, Marvel Snap, has released certain characters or talked about them, whatever. and tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know anything yet. This movie takes place in like the 60s, right?
Retros, kind of 60s, 70s era.
It's an alternate Earth, though, Jonathan.
It's an alternate Earth.
Again, Jordan, like Brian, bring Jordan up because I have to ask him this. You asked me, Brian. Let me ask Jordan.
That's true.
I don't know what that means, Jordan.
Okay, so. How do I explain this to somebody? Okay, so there's multiple Earths. It's like multiple dimensions. Like where we live, there is another Earth in a like separate let's try to
moving around
like a portal.
Okay.
You can go to another Earth.
Okay.
So it's like other Earths are like our Earth, but slightly different. Like their Earth is like a retro, futuristic, 60s vibe, but it's still modern day. Like that's how their technology developed.
Okay.
So it's a yesteryear.
I think to explain this, you gotta see Jordan's background. That's what I'm saying.
How do you like my Fantastic Four, baby? What did he ask you again?
That's a great question. You can't ask me to go back if I could turn back time.
Whoa!
Whoa! I'm sorry.
How many times are we singing tonight, Brian?
Really, all the times. You know what? When have you heard a SAG after president sing? Not until now.
Well done. But so then here would be my question. This universe where the Fantastic Four operate in that way. Mm-hmm. As we were watching the trailer, I heard certain people talk about like the music is bad or the whatever's. Like it needs to be a little bit cheesy. It needs to be
that's
like
the world they're living in.
Does it?
I'm almost done. It needs to be like Bewitched. but superhero powers rather than Uncle Arthur and witchy powers.
I'm not feeling this. I'm going to the Thirsty Daddy. GR, what do you think about the Fantastic Four trailer right
I
now?
hear what Jonathan's saying, though. It does feel like
what's weird, Brian, is just because you don't agree doesn't mean that you ignore
Hey,
things.
it's called
In fact,
cruise
we're
control.
fighting
We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you.
Fine. That's fine. Go ahead.
Thirsty
Bottom
Daddy.
line is, Brian, I'm borderline on it. He needs to shave that fucking mustache off and be a real man, not a cartoon character that he is in every movie.
What's wrong with the mustache?
I don't know. I think he keeps the mustache because last time he shaved it off was Wonder Woman 84 and he looked freaking goofy.
Goofy.
Well,
it's true.
Jordan, I'll put this as an old time comic book man. That looks cheesy as shit. He is not Mr. Fantastic.
But GR, you saw that trailer. Does it make you any more excited about it?
No.
Oh, come on, GR. Not at all?
It wasn't
That's
bad,
not your
but
new
it
ringtone,
wasn't.
GR? Fantastic Four. Imagine if GR walked into
Drink
the building.
on that, Brian.
Can you imagine if GR walked in that building and his phone was like, Fantastic Four.
That's Brian.
And then someone goes, what?
Brian,
Clobbering time.
I have one way to put that. FFC.
Fat
What's
fucking
that?
chance.
Come
Oh,
on,
yes.
you gotta. Come on.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Fat
How
fucking
did
chance.
you know
All right, Jonathan,
that?
I'm sorry I fucked with you right there. I do that sometimes on cruise control.
You didn't. You were
But I
trying to
agree with
move
you.
on.
I agree with you, though. I think that campiness is what they're going for. I agree with you 100%. It
Yes.
seems like they're trying to lean into this weird kind of world that doesn't make sense for these characters. And that's what I think this is, because they're not supposed to be there. Because the rumors that online have been that they have somehow fallen into this multiverse and they're not supposed to be there. They're from the MCU originally. They fell here somehow and they have to leave because they're not supposed to be there. I think that's why they're making it weird. I think that makes more sense to me. It just makes it feel like you know, that cringe in the back of your neck. Sometimes you feel like, what? There's something weird happening in my life. That's
Oh my
what it feels
God,
like.
is that what that is? Yeah. Yes, I get you 100%. I don't know all the details of the new movie, but I'll tell you this much. I didn't realize it was taking place in today's time, society, whatever. It looks like it takes place, I'm getting myself, there we go. It looks like it takes place in the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever. So here's my point. Right now, nostalgia, looking back on the way things used to be, in a lot of situations, feels like those were better times. So to show a 60s version of the Fantastic Four, where they have that really outdated but futuristic technology, and it makes us, the viewers of today, feel like we're viewing future tech when really it looks like, you know, the Jetsons, you know, hover cars, whatever. I think there's an art to that, but I also think it reflects. I think it reflects on what we're dealing with right now, all of us, because we look at how things are right now, all of us, and we think everything is in trouble. And what Marvel is doing here is they're making us look back on the past and seeing that heroes exist no matter what the year, what the era, and it's making us, for those 2 hours, 2.5 hours, go back and look at the 60s or the 70s or whatever and go, we can still get through this with really cool tech and really cool stuff. We can still create a better future, because right now we're in a future that is better than the 60s, but we don't feel like it. So I think that's an over-analysis, but I love the fact that they're making this retro. When you look at Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie, it's clean, it's simple, it's clear.
But does the audience want that though? Will it actually break the box office? So, because I saw this trailer and I got it, but I'm also like, I just don't think it's going to break the box office. I don't think it's going to cross that $1 billion.
Executives, the good ones, the ones that will have a job in a year and a half, aren't thinking box office.
Oh yeah, they are. They have to. You have to think about the box office.
Not the good ones. The good ones are thinking merchandising. They're thinking IP, streaming, and how can this...
And popcorn buckets.
Right. That's buckets. Merchandising. How can this make us millions per year for the next 50 years? Not for the next weekend of release in theaters. The Jordan, whole box office thing, let it go. Let it go. Give it
Jonathan,
up. Let it die.
You make a good point, because I can't remember what movie it was, but there was a movie in the last few years. Didn't do that great at the box office, but you know what they did do? They sold toys. And you sell toys, you make a lot of money, you get a sequel. It was probably a Transformers movie, I'm not sure. But,
Brian, I don't think he's saying the things you wanted him to say when you said, like, go get him. I don't think...
No, Jordan had a look at his face that he wanted to talk to you about. So that's why I said, Jordan, get him. Because
I wanted to agree with him. It's not all about box office today. It's about a lot of it's merchandising. Because there is not many movies in today's age with streaming and after COVID... Not many of them hit $1 billion anymore, if any of them. That day of the $1 billion movie is almost gone, because now you get a movie 30 to 40 days after it's in theaters, you can get it on streaming. So I don't think we're going to see... This movie might make money. Now, the reason I don't think it's going to make $1 billion, you got Jurassic World coming out the 4th of July weekend. The next weekend, you got Superman. 2 weekends after that, you got this. You got your three biggest movies of the summer coming out. Bam, bam, bam. They're all going to... So if Superman has good word of mouth, it's going to take away money from Fantastic Four. If Superman tanks and is terrible, Fantastic Four is going to make the money. Same with Jurassic World. If Jurassic World is really
tanks.
good...
That's not going to make that money, Jordan. I don't think so.
I'm trying to be fair here.
You got to be fair. You got to try.
What I'm saying is...
Beautiful dreamer.
If one gets really good word of mouth, if one of these movies get really good word of mouth and really good, let's say, just really good word of mouth, really good ratings, it's going to have legs. That means if it's Superman first, it's going to cut into Fantastic Four's profit. And if Superman tanks, Fantastic Four is going to make the money.
But do you think, though...
What if they both tank?
Well, I mean, that's the question.
Nobody's banking on that, but it could happen.
Is there that world? Because there's the hate that's happening. Well, John Campea had talked about the hate, about like how he had some people he knew that were not doing... Oh, they hated Superman. There's like friends coming out and saying it's not that great.
I don't know if you guys talked about this on here, but... One of the Snyderverse cult, not the fans. I'm a Snyderverse fan. There's a Snyderverse cult.
I'm a Snyder fan too, man.
Yeah, but there's the cult that worship the ground Zack Snyder walks on.
We're not doing that here.
They got onto one of their websites. They got onto one of their websites and posted about, hey, the day it opens, we need to give a bunch of bad reviews that, whether we've seen it or not, just tank it with reviews and buy tickets, but don't go watch the movie so it looks like the theaters are empty. They had this big plan to tank Superman. They hadn't even seen it.
That's fucked up, though, isn't it?
And anybody that supports James Gunn, they're calling them gun bots because, you know, we're all
don't give GR fuel. Don't give GR fuel.
He's Mr. Blank.
He's going to use that shit from now on now, Jordan. Thank you for that. He's going to call him gun blanks, though, or he already calls blanks, so. But
Blank bot.
See, you're helping him. You're fueling the fire here, Jordan.
Now, I'm excited because 90% of the people that have seen Superman already says it's like a live-action version of the Justice League Unlimited and the cartoon series. That was all in that DC, all that DC animated universe. You had Batman, you had Justice League, Superman, all that universe. This is what they drop you in, just like the cartoons did. They drop you into the movie. You're right in the middle. Metahumans exist. Superman's been around for 3 years. We're getting right into the action. Now that
To
might
me,
alienate some people.
Would the
Legit
Fantastic Four be like that though, Jordan?
No, Marvel always sets shit up slow, man. They're not going to drop you right in.
I just want to talk about this very fast. It's like the idea you were saying before, a year and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
that seems a long time for like a movie to have ground. That's too far. That's too long.
What's weird is, so we've seen a trailer. We've seen a trailer where Johnny Storm goes, "You guys are pregnant." We've seen the trailer where in their bed. She tells them we're having a baby.
Yes.
We've seen a trailer when Silver Surfer shows up, she's not even looking pregnant. She's not even looking pregnant when Johnny finds out they're having a baby. And then she has it's not even a newborn. The baby looks like he's 1 or 2. So what you're seeing is, I think we're going to live the life of Fantastic Four for at least a whole year. We're going to see him do good deeds. We're going to see him try to stop Galactus before he gets here.
Well, Joseph Quinn said that Mole Man's a villain. There's more villains than just Galactus. He had that whole thing he said during one of the big press things.
I think we're going to see the Fantastic Four just doing their hero job. They're the only heroes on this planet, and they're doing their hero job.
And Angel says the Snyder cult is perfectly within their rights to react like that. Yeah, they are. They're within their rights, but I think that we have to think about what the trajectory we're going for Marvel. And I think that this could be interesting, but that's a long time to cover in a movie. It just is. As a writer, I can't even imagine tackling over a year. That's a lot.
Right.
Superman, they're talking about that's within 2 days or something like that.
Yeah, that's like a quick basically
easier.
like a 30-minute episode of the show.
That's easier. That's easier to cover. We'll see. Let me go to Pep Star fast, because he's been pretty quiet. Pep Star, how you feel about that trailer? You excited about Fantastic Four?
It's all right.
It's all right.
You know who I want to see?
You want to see Jessica Alba? I know she's not in this one, man.
Alba.
I know. I told you she won't come back for this.
But she's hot.
And then the guy with the mustache looks like Burt Reynolds.
He does.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Pep Star. He
could be the new Magnum PI.
Yeah.
That is not.
No, he's not Magnum. Sorry, but not even close.
How would you know?
I like Queen's comment. I like
Your
Queen's
nose is
comment that says
Magnums.
normies don't care about Fantastic Four. She's got a point.
Yeah. Pep Star wants to hump that leg, right, Pep Star?
It's not about the humping the leg. It's about the characters and what they brought to the table and how much I enjoyed it. I just don't think these actors have what it takes. I could be wrong. I've been before.
Will that kill the box office, Pep Star?
Yeah, and I agree with Jordan and I agree with Jonathan that it's not about trying to make $1 billion, because you're going to make your money once you start streaming and you're selling the merchandise.
Pep Star, will they give you a dog bowl, you think? A Fantastic Four dog bowl?
I hope
Superman's
they
getting a
don't, I'll
dog
go out
bowl.
and buy one.
There you go.
Brian, I think the better question that you should be asking Pepe is, what color would you like his T-shirt to be when you start selling it on your website?
Well, Pepe has a lot of ideas for his merchandise, and I don't like
Have
that.
I disappeared? What's going on?
You're not there, Jonathan. You're not there.
This
I
is
thought you
not.
left on camera.
You're hanging yourself in the
Stop it.
picture.
It's John Travolta doing a dance move.
Yeah.
No. I used my iPad and I tried to draw a logo
They went
that
10-1.
that represented
Went
Brian
to the bathroom?
KRUSE that didn't what's the word I want to use here, cause confusion in the market between Brian's logo and the SAG-AFTRA logo.
Yeah,
because Brian and Brian, you know what, Brian, tell them that hopefully you are open to
that's
doing
an end
it.
of the night conversation before we sign off, Jonathan. We'll get back to that. We got to talk about the topic at hand, because we got to keep this ship moving. And we're already way behind. We're way behind.
Very good. Perfect timing.
Jonathan, I don't know where you're at though, but hopefully you come back.
Let me fix this. BRB.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to one more time before we move on. Jordan, you said you need lots of time for this. So what do you have to say about this Fantastic Four trailer?
We're way behind here, but
Yes.
I'm gonna make this quick. I wasn't feeling any of the previous trailers. I was thinking this was gonna be another Marvel not a bomb. I would say mid-tier, mid-level, just a meh. But this trailer, I thought was halfway. It was the best trailer they produced.
It's the best trailer, Jordan. It is.
And thing with the rock beard. I mean, come on, we haven't seen that
fucking
in live
weird.
action.
Why we doing that? What we do? How's a rock beard grow?
Because Marvel likes to do that shit that was like niche. They did it in the comics, and they're like, oh, we could bring it to live action. They won't expect a rock beard.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, I would rather see GR with a beard than see the rock beard.
But I don't know if I'm going to see this in theaters yet.
You're going to see it in theaters. Come on.
Well, that's like the week I'm having my surgery. I probably won't be able to sit. So,
okay.
Yeah. So
not in Michigan, Brian.
No. Yeah. I held off on my surgery so I could see Superman because that's my boy.
Yep. You and Corn Sweat,
and
man.
Gunn, don't fuck this up.
Too late.
You guys are gonna fight it. I don't know. I think the trailer looks really good. Looks better than I thought it would be. Look, the Pedro thing, him the backlash GR saying about he should have shaved and all that. He didn't listen to it. I think it's in his contract he doesn't shave. Just like Pep Star doesn't shave, it's in his contract too. So it happens.
Word up.
I told Pep Star.
Hey, not to change. Well, it's not really changing topic. I talked to GR before. Brian, did you see that Jimmy Kimmel clip with Superman and Lex?
No.
Oh my God, it's amazing, dude. If anybody wants to see how Nicholas Hoult is going to be as Lex Luthor, you need to watch that clip.
Well, we'll have to check that out, man. Maybe I'll bring it for next week when we're back on, and I'll put it on so we can actually talk about it because that sounds very fascinating to me.
It was.
Did this work? Can you see
the dynamic
I
between?
can't see you.
The dynamic between Superman and Lex just reminded me straight out of the cartoon. And Lex is not intimidated by him at all. It's kind of like the '78 movie. Remember when Christopher Reeve busted into the hideout and Lex is just like, "Hey, welcome. How you doing?"
Whatever, Superman's
that's how this Lex is. He busts in, breaks up half his office. He's still just sitting there drinking his coffee. He's like, "Hello, would you like a cup?"
Dude, I can't wait. I wish you were out here. We can go watch it together.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.
Cruise Control Show.